Hey guys, AJYT out here, and welcome back to another Walking Dead review. I'm a bit late for these. I'm doing Falcon and Winter Soldier tomorrow, so look forward to that. But today we're talking about The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 20, which is called Splinter. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is probably gonna be one of the shorter ones. It'll probably be maybe around 8 to 9 minutes, because not a lot happened in this episode. Just in terms of plot advancement. It's very much a filler episode, but it is a princess episode, so it was very good in its own right. In terms of princess fans, I love princess, but this episode is probably the weakest of the bonus ones. I'll just say that. So let's get into it. If you haven't seen any of the episodes leading up to this one, spoilers. Not a whole lot, though. So, Princess, Eugene, Yumiko, Eugene, did I say Eugene twice? I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. Princess, Yumiko, Eugene, and Ezekiel, they are trapped by the Commonwealth soldiers in these train cars. Princess is very claustrophobic, so of course things happen where she starts seeing things. That's a big twist in this episode, because she talks to Yumiko at the beginning of the episode, where she's, this is very much diving into Princess's past. Princess was abused by her stepfather. Her mom didn't really do anything to protect her or stand up for her, because she was told to eat outside by the stepfather one time, and Princess was like, don't make me, eat outside, Mom. And Mom was like, well, don't eat. That is just harsh, man. And you understand why, after this episode, you understand why Princess is the way she is. You understand why she's cynical and smart and funny. Not smart, what am I saying? Charismatic is what I'm saying. The way she is talking to the Commonwealth soldier. Different points in the episode, she calls them looking like a bunch of action figures come to life. That's pretty funny. But she sees, she has visions that she's talking to Yumiko, and another vision that she breaks out of the train car and talks to Eugene. But pretty much the entire time she's been trapped in this train car. So she's just trying to think up different ways that she's talking to her people and getting out of the train car. And then Ezekiel gets in there, and it starts to unravel quite a bit, where a Commonwealth soldier gets into the train car and Ezekiel starts going ham on him, just beating him up, and Princess starts going off on Ezekiel like, leave him alone, you're gonna kill him. And then it finally reveals that Princess has been, seeing all these things and imagining all these things, and it shows her beating up the Commonwealth soldier. She's got bloody hands. It's really the first time we've seen Princess really lash out on something. That's it's fairly new, because we've only seen her in 3 episodes, but still, Princess, badass. She she does break out of the train car after she beats up the Commonwealth soldier. She runs, and she is about to leave, but then of course she realizes that she can't, because Yumiko, Eugene, Ezekiel, they're her friends. She needs to stand up for what's right, and what is right is going back for her friends. I thought that was a nice message, because we see from her talks with Yumiko and Ezekiel and stuff like that, people haven't been kind to her in life, but there were some good people. She just has to find them again, and she believes that she has found good people again in Yumiko, Ezekiel, and Eugene. Although I do like Princess a lot, I don't think she was quite ready to hold an episode on her own, with this being only the 3rd episode of us knowing her. But nonetheless, I still love her. Paula Lazaro, she's great as Princess, of course. But when it came time for Ezekiel, I was hyped, because Ezekiel is one of the best characters in my opinion. He's really great. Very underrated in my opinion. I would have liked a bit more of Eugene as well, and I know Yumiko's actress, Eleanor Matsuura, she couldn't be she couldn't be there to film because of COVID restrictions and everything in her country. But I understand that. But yeah, Princess does a pretty good job holding this one on her own. We get an interview. I believe that part is real, where she's getting interviewed. I think so. I watched Talking Dead. I believe they did say that that part is real. So she gets interrogated, but of course they're like, you need to answer our questions. What's your name? What's your age? How old are the people you're with? Where are they from? What's their names? What are you doing here? Where were you when the world ended? Stuff like that. Kind of like they're very questioning of her. Kind of, it reminded me of one of Al's interviews from Fear the Walking Dead. It's like, who are you? Where are you from? Where you been? What you're doing out here? Stuff like that. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that was intentional, but I don't know. That was just the vibes I was getting, where Al was not interrogating, but interviewing people. Because it's definitely more confrontational here, where one of the Commonwealth guards actually does smack Princess down to the ground, as it's the same spot where her father smacked her. So we know that part is definitely real. As for the end of the episode, Princess does finally answer the questions to the Commonwealth soldier, and it's funny because she's talking about how she has PTSD and anxiety, and she kind of has to keep this comedic personality to keep her head up in this world, in this dark world. It's her one true weapon in this dark world they're living in. And I like that, because Princess is definitely one of the more comedic characters we've ever had. And I enjoy that aspect about her most. But then we get the very, very end, where the door opens up to the train car, and we see Yumiko, Eugene, and Ezekiel there with bags over their heads, and Princess is like, wait, no! And that's how it ends. They really know how to end an episode with, you're biting your nails. But, in all honesty, guys, not much happened in this episode besides just, we learn more about Princess, her past, and we learn that the Commonwealth has their own oath. Whoever seeks solace at our gates is part of their oath. I forget what the full thing is, but that's part of it. That was neat. So, it seems like they definitely are going to help our group, but it's very misleading. Obviously, I think they're doing that mainly because there are people that haven't watched, or are not watched, read the comics, and they're going to be confused. It's like, are these people here to help our group or not? And it's going to be very interesting when everyone meets, like Pamela and Sebastian and stuff like that from the comics. Mercer, I'm excited for that. That storyline with, not really storyline, but story with her and him and Princess. That should be very interesting. Let's see if they'll do that. And then, of course, the missing names, the missing persons board, where Michonne finds her daughter is alive in the comics. We'll see what they do with that. I'm very interested to see who that'll end up being, because there's no way they'll just skip out on that little storyline there. That would be horrible. But that's all I have to say on this episode. It's definitely the weakest. I don't think it's a horrible episode. It's just Princess isn't ready to carry an episode on her own. Obviously I realized they were restricted to the amount of people they could use due to COVID. So that's why I'm not giving it that much of a bad rap, because I still do enjoy Princess, and I like the bits where Ezekiel's beating up on the Commonwealth guy. That was nice. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know what your thoughts were on the episode down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and goodbye. By the way, there was no walker kills or human kills this week, which makes it the very first Walking Dead episode that has no walker or human deaths. So, here's the weirdness of the week.
Come on!
Ooh, girl. Get your shit together.
Don't be so hard on yourself. This is new.